truth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on UDP TV and media. Right now, the program is about to start. We have Honorable 𝒂𝒊𝒏, the Mayoress of Banjul, just getting in the elevator to get upstairs. We are about to get the program started. This is the official delegation. And like I said, we are live in Minnesota for you at the convention. So I'm going upstairs, and then we'll all see what is going on in Minnesota today. We are here with the Minnesota chapter, welcoming you all to our convention and fundraising event with His Excellency Honorable 𝒂𝒊𝒏. Like I said, the official program started now. We will be live for the entire program. We'll be live for the entire program, covering the program. So here they come. That's the chairman, Mr. Sanasanyang, the chairman of the Minnesota chapter, Honorable 𝒂𝒊𝒏. The mayoress, my very own darling, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍. You know, as the party leader, you know, greeting with other people, sharing sentiment with the members of the Minnesota UDP chapter. So like we said, we promise to make it eventful. We promise to make it wonderful. So we will be with you throughout the night. It will be a very, very wonderful event. I'm sure this is not the first time the Honorable has been in Minnesota. He's been here several times before. The mayors have been here before also with the government community in Minnesota. We are happy, we are grateful to have our brothers and sisters from the Midwest joining us. At this time, we are entering the hall with the Honorable.
Good evening, Minnesota. Let's give a thunderous welcome to His Excellency, the former Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Party Leader and Secretary General, Honorable 𝒂𝒊𝒏, being accompanied by Buru Banjul, the Mayor of Banjul. Welcome to Minnesota.
There we go. There you go.
This is His Excellency, of course, Lawyer 𝒂𝒊𝒏, who sacrificed a lot for the Republic of the Gambia. He was and he is, of course, a household name in the Gambia. Thank you for all your sacrifice. Minnesota is so privileged to have you tonight, to be, present in today's special historic fundraising event organized by the Minnesota UDP chapter. It's going to be a very blessed evening.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today our MC for the event is Mr. Dr. Lamin Sabali. There is the Mayoress 𝒂𝒊𝒏, not a stranger to Minnesotans. Honorable 𝒂𝒊𝒏, and also here we have Honorable Danjo, former chair of the Basse Area Council, also here with us. We also have the high-power delegation from Wisconsin. Yes, people have turned out. They have shown in their numbers. Yeah. There you go. Minnesota Kolegale Jija. Yeah. But you're sitting there with them. Yeah, you're there with them. Huh? Whoever your chair is, you can have one person. Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, you see people of Minnesota have shown up in their numbers.
Before we actually begin the program,
yeah.
Thank you so much for such
But one of you, we want one person at least from Kansas to join them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, people have showed up. We are once again live on UDP and TV and media for the Minnesota UDP convention. And fundraising, like I said,
going on the UDP media. Old Al-Kaliapa is the man behind the microphone. So you're going to be seeing yourself definitely to be featured on social media. We live in such an age. And of course, the Fatima UDP has footprints all over, right? So it's not something that will be seen as a surprise at all. So once we have everybody seated, we will begin the program proper and in line with our traditions. What we do anytime we gather, at events like this, we have to call upon somebody to give an opening prayer. So I would say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله سيدنا حبيبنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. So we'll call upon Brother Ibrahim, Brother Farmer Sisi to give prayers, please.
So we're going to open the event with the prayers. One of our ustazs in town and also a member of the United Democratic Party, Ustaz Farmer Sisi, is going to lead us into prayers.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim وغير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد.
آمين.
الله تعالى سبحانه وتعالى على سبيله من بينكم ما يعلم كنا فقال لا شيء دابو أن الناس أجرت رحمة الله إنجان welcome with alhamdulillah content bagi berdua ila na ala kini laharan bahasi kairo mentar dalam kairo lafala naik mantor putra menabung ama agun lagi ama dengan ini nak mas kairo kono abang kairo kono beda nasul kono kairo kono mau kita dimba ya kairo kono ala kana masih bo lamo kan ala tanggal setengah ala tanggal masih bo sifat beda ala kalau dengan kairo madi dan nama apa kecil bangkoi Biar nyamin dua berkor pula. Kalau aku dah bangkokan society pun alam ada, biar udah ningkang ada dia kan karo. Betulan apa kan siman cari kerja apa? Anak aja di rumah, anak student tambo, anak labang penyima. Kalau penyima tu dia berdarah, ni bangkot dia berdarah alam ada. Terus karo lah, alam ada betang kemasih bola. Ada yang tangga fitnah lah, ada yang tangga nyokong lah, ada yang tangga asli lah. Ani nakia ale sono mo senen nyoy ale kanon di bankola ale bankola ko bulan sono mo kono mo ka kayro ngane banko ala mala ila ngane tumandi mo fanan ko be kono bankola karola me ngani kayro man kidi ala mala sono mo falin ale ake kayro de inshallah be dala mo na de jangal ma de jo ni won tangani men ngam bankola ko mala mala mamul la so ko kayro ko ala kana masi oke ala kana fitna ke ala kana يبيعكم الله موقعا بإذن بالله من خيركم صلى الله وسلم محمد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Amin. Thank you very much, Ustaz Famara. It's a fully loaded program. Of course, as the moderator, I'll do my introduction, a very short one. It's just, since we don't have time, I'm just going to be scripted. I'll limit it to the 1.5 here I have. And then I'll call upon, a long list of speakers. Remember, this is a historic event. We'll have speakers from, from Madison, Wisconsin, Kansas, our neighbor city here, St. Cloud. So, Your Excellency, the former Vice President, Secretary General, and party leader of the mighty UDP, the Mayor of Banjo, of course, the uncontested Bur Banjo. Yes. Current chairman of Minnisota UDP chapter, Brother Sana Sanyang, and his executive, former and maiden Minnisota chapter chairman, Mr. Ibrahim Ture, and his executive, most of whom are retained in the current executive formation. Comrade UDP chapter executive members here present from Madison and Kansas City, chief guest of honor of the event, guests of honor, uncle, mother, and sisters of the night, and all invited generous guests, fellow UDPians, fellow Minnesotans of all political affiliations. I am happy to warmly welcome you all most warmly to this historic fundraising event as the moderator and also a member of the UDP Minnesota chapter serving as the social media person.
For the night.
Your Excellency, my recollection tonight went back to the first time I saw you in my life. That was during the early days of 1994. I was a student then at St. Augustine High School, 6th form. Out of curiosity, I sneaked with some of my comrades to go to the Supreme Court building, where they had a commission of inquiry that was actually set up to look into financial activities of PPP ministers. You were the legal representative of these ministers, and I vividly recall that day in court, when you appeared with your aide that was carrying a giant wheelbarrow of law books and legal articles of your reference, of your land reference. That was when we all say, this is lawyer 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, the most popular lawyer of the Gambia. That day you manifested, your voice itself was thunderous all over. And then we, the students from St. Augustine, all of us were inspired to become lawyers. And I can tell you, I didn't take that route, but Dr. Abu-Jem is an international lawyer, was my classmate when he was present, and is now serving in Germany. So because of that early inspiration we got from you. You were the most noticeable, respected, and admired towering legal mind in the courtroom, just like you have always been the most towering figure in the entire political landscape of the Gambia, from the inception of the mighty party to its, as its leader. The litany of sacrifices, you have endured as a brave, principled, humble, incorruptible, and visionary leader with unblemished integrity and patriotism, from the fire of the brutal dictatorship to the installation and promotion of democracy, human rights, economic and political liberation of all Gambians, and the promotion of human decency within the diverse political landscape is an open book to all Gambians and friends of the Gambia. And that unbreakable record and legacy will remain indelible in the political history of the Gambia for posterity. You are truly honored, we are truly honored to have you here today. This is the second time, by my recollection, that you have visited Minnesota, this great city, which has never been left out in the political fight against dictatorship and the restoration of democracy and human rights that the country is now enjoying. The Gambian community in Minnesota loves the Gambia, irrespective of our political affiliation and its diversity. For this occasion, it is apt to give a very quick rundown of the history prior to the formation of the UDP chapter here in Minnesota. In 2006, during the formation of NAD coalition building processes, all the major opposition political leaders, including your very own self, visited and fruitfully dialogued with the community here under the leadership of the Support the Gambia Democracy Project. I was part of that, so I recall very well. The community donated generously from their pockets to support the NAD formation until its unfortunate, disintegration. In 2014, following your arrest and all the top leaders of the UDP, the civil society organizations, some of them are present here since I don't have the consent to say their names. What they did was embark upon a very successful, fundraising drive. Then the dictatorship was all over the Gambia. People were scared, but Minnesotans actually did, deeper in their pockets, and they contributed towards the legal fees. So this shows how Minnesota has never been left out in the political, processes in the Gambia. A civil society group also organized a series of protest marches against the Barbary Master dictatorship at the state capital to expose the horrendous human rights abuses in the country at the time. When President Barrow was elected as the UDP flag bearer in 2016 and later as the coalition's presidential candidate, and campaigned on your impressive record, because your name was what actually Barrow campaigned on. It was like 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 was in prison, but he is definitely dominating the political landscape. He runs from your record because he was not known at all. So it was a record that the Gambian people were galvanized, gave you the sympathy, vote, but also actually look up to you as the figure that liberated the Gambia from the jaws of dictatorship. So your sacrifice is just monumental to actually enumerate here. So it was when the coalition won in 2016 that some active members of the civil society organization, formed the official chapter of the United, Democratic Party here, with Ibrahima Toure as our first chairman. Of course, the current chairman was a very active member with the current executive members on that committee. So in 2021, that was when Ibrahima Toure resigned, and Sana actually took over as the chairman, with most of the current executive members staying to keep this great chapter moving. They are very busy, hard-working, full-time mothers and fathers, but because of their dedication to the cause of the Gambia and the cause of the UDP, these people, the amount of energy and enthusiasm they have, I cannot actually mention that here. Because what they see is the Gambia, what they see is the UDP. They know the liberation of the Gambia lies in the UDP, and we are welcome, we are so happy to have you here. Okay, that's my short speech. So since we have a long list of people here that are actually asked, to speak, I'll now call upon the PRO of the Minnesota chapter, and have the CC to give official welcoming remarks. Mr. CC, please. Alright, the CC, please. Okay.
There you go.
Bambo is just a political animal. I don't know whether he sleeps or not. He drinks UDP, he smokes UDP, and then eats UDP. Welcome. Any language?
Yo, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Kapolin Bay Kodona, Alkini Gilina to Namkotola. Omagono de Hakadana. The program on American Sake Pahol. But the Pahol in Naraki de Vene to Kenya Kama, Pahol in Lahore, America. So, in
Where?
Naja.
There is two here.
The Wisconsin called welcome. Wisconsin, Minnesota. Welcome to the Wisconsin, Minnesota.
There's two empty ones there.
So you are all welcome. I don't nyumma la domalet. Alta le munim domati. Nan kanya tayen. Alta muru, alta jus. Kansas school falang they expect an malo for Bejan Nava.
Ebejan. They're here.
Oh, okay, all right. Kansas school falang. Oh, okay. Malfana welcome la. Al buja le nyum domo. UDP de Pakili. For the Kansas level, for the Minnesota level. Near the UDP. So the government Bela kaya the Kansas school, now program from Park. More program for the here. You want to UDP cast. Because the program bring back na kaya na open. After UDP program or UDP fundraising level, bari, you can now to move ya no to Islam no jam, yana yama de dawn. Malfana welcome back. Kafal be al bismillah. UDP party melting is inclusive. More the bank le UDP bank la many ale UDP topia. Isaka ko ni sikar party lamu, wala ni mo sika party lamu, but UDP is inclusive. More be tabu UDP. So more be jame alon ko iman ke UDP kadi halibi ma fole ko welcome, halibi UDP ko be kanya de ndawato. No, the Minnesota Gold for the UDP, Allah do ko yinyara, Aliakata, Brisa or Kunu Kewakuta, Kewakuta, Fokana Bila, Almefono, Almefanina, Kabirol Keta Pukoda Keta, Buffalo Bay, Alimba, Allah Baraka, Alamaria. The other job of Balana, but we know, Lawan Kapanena. Say the best for last. But you know what I'm told. I don't know what I want. What is my to know? You over again?
Yeah, he's on.
Moment ya long 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏. Moment ya long lusok Gambia.
No, alcalde shit.
Nico Alfindi. Alenda dictator confront. You are continent. Many ya long the Findi. Bira dindinto fakewa. Bila kewaya. Tarula ma kewaya. Ni ma fa ju me Gambia la bari alhamdulillah kala te do ma bak ay kumo sifa be moy ay kumo sifa be bari hakilo aka tamo wala a lon fa be dimbale ya lon ka ko wala pa ko ni wala ni ni and most of the most of the Nalala Tinyala Katarani. I don't know your full out of the then without the Katarani. But what to what? Come for continuing the road. What to what? I come for the name road. Apo, Nadian Mole, Nick Madeleine, I get you. Adu, Momo Yam, Baldes of Menina. Numbo deja na try numbo de dia ni nyalo de sama me oro bausenu ba frère welcome ina jumwal sa ba frère welcome to Minnesota and God bless you give you long life and good health. Thank you. Thank you so much. The original Mandela of the Gambia is in our midst here. I was a journalist in the Gambia with the likes of Abraham Silla and Yankuba Jamande here. I mean, if you talk about political bravery and political patriotism, if you pass Honorable 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏, you didn't find any Gambian. He sacrificed. He was one of the most lucrative lawyers in the Gambia. He sacrificed all for the Gambia. When the party was being formed, he was here. Working Olympics. How many Gambians could have done that in 1996? The nation looked up to him. Some of the people were approached, they were scared. Because dealing with young military leaders who were actually hungry for power then. If I were in his position, I'm a coward, I wouldn't have done it. He sacrificed his wealth. Somebody told me over 35 compounds then. Everything is sold out except for you. How many Gambians are able to do that? When I look at it, I think of Gambia and 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒏 Sadat. Because what you sacrifice, I don't think in our generation any Gambian would be able to do that. Thank you for your sacrifice. In Keba Nimmema tend to know. Go to the safe and corridor. Bari no Minnisota ja. Moleka kodo bondele bari. Anin telephone nga mabo. Wo mabo jumala bonding is when you usher us into New Gambia. Thank you for your monumental sacrifice. So the guest list we have here. The following people are in our midst here from Wisconsin and Kansas. We have Lamin Dabo, Lamin Diba, Mba Binta Bojang, Binta Jambang, Fatmata Kante, Aji Dabo, Fatu Jete, Binta Gassama, Mustafa Sisoho, Usman Fadera, Saliman Sane, and Fode Danjo Ryder was the former chairman of UDP chapter in Basse Area Council. And Hadi Badi. So it is now my pleasure to invite to the stage the PR of the Wisconsin UDP chapter, Lamin Dabo. Come to the podium, please. PRO Lamin Dabo. Thank you.
Thank you, the PRO and master of the ceremony. We thank, first of all, let me start by thanking the Minnesota chapter for extending an invitation to the sister chapter, that is the UDP Wisconsin chapter. So we thank you for your hospitality. My second point is that I would like to, on behalf of the UDP Wisconsin chapter, extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to His Excellency Secretary General and the party leader of the United Democratic Party, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍. We thank you so much for your presence here tonight. And also we thank the Mayor of Banjul, Rohim Malik Low, for presence with us here and for all the efforts that she is doing in the Gambia to transform Banjul into a modern, vibrant city that is attractive to the international community. As the PRO of the UDP Wisconsin chapter, I'll give you a brief rundown of the history of the chapter. This chapter was established in 2018. But before the establishment of the chapter, most of the members were already members of the UDP. So we came together and formed a chapter. And I think we had representatives from the sister chapter here in Minnesota who were in attendance, and the party leader also, he could not be with us, but he recorded this message during the launching of our chapter in Wisconsin. And since the inception of the chapter, we participated in a lot of activities. First and foremost is the construction of the 𝒂𝒂 market. And I believe most of the chapters in the United States here and across Europe, we all came together to contribute and to the construction of the 𝒂𝒂 market. And also, we also contributed in the local government elections and also the general elections. And also, the chapter also supported victims of April 14th brutality that we do in Gambia. So right now, what we are planning to do, as many chapters here, is to keep our eye on the ball. Our focus is now the 2026 presidential election, which is, I believe, is going to be the turning point in the history of the Gambia. It's going to be a do or die moment for the Gambia, and the destiny of the Gambia will be decided. So it is the responsibility of each and every one of us here. Gambia belongs to all of us. We all have family members in the Gambia, so let us engage them. Those who are not registered, they don't have voters card. We make sure that when there's a supplemental registration, and we make sure that each and every family member is registered in the Gambia. And those who can travel to the Gambia, please let us go back home and join our district folks in the Gambia to make sure that there's a change in the Gambia from 2026. If Senegal can do it in the face of brutality, in the face of government oppression, we are also not having in Senegal. If Senegal can do it, then why not Gambia? If Senegal can do it, why not Gambia? So I am urging each and every one of us here, let us keep our eye on the ball. Our focus should be to remove the most incompetent president in the history of the Gambia come 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PRO Dabo. In fact, you have emphatically talked about the theme for tonight's event, which is the Gambia Way Forward Focus 2026. Thank you for actually giving some strategies that are in our arsenal to actually work towards occupying state house most democratically. Hopefully it's going to happen. Okay? The next speaker now is 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. It's the nice of the Dabos today, right? 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, a representative from the Kansas, Minnesota UDP chapter.
Before anything, let me thank the Minnesota chapter for extending this invitation to us.
And I would say welcome to the party leader, His Excellency Haji 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Welcome to my wife, the Lord Mayor Subhanu, for him I know. We thank you all for welcoming us here. The food was exceptionally nice. The Demogorgons told me and they like the food a lot. So the food was so good. I think what I would say is when we go back to Kansas, myself and Dr. Dabo, we will look into the situation to see whether we can forge, I think not whether, we should be able to forge a very close relationship with the Minnesota chapter. We are very close, it's just like 6 hours drive, so we should be able to do that, to forge a very, very close relationship with the Minnesota chapter. Added to what he said, Mr. Dabo, I think we would say thank you very much to each and every one of you from the diaspora. We have been so great when it comes to sponsoring the party. Those in UDP, those not in UDP. Gambian vote they are what is going on in Gambia. Gambia is not going the right way. I called Gambia, I had to pay school fees for a little child going to primary school, the other one is going to grade 7. The one in grade 7 was 25,000 one semester. The other one in primary school is 14,000, that's 39,000. Then I have 2 other kids, 20,000 each. How many of us can do that? We are here for a moment. We came here to capitalize on the situation, to get some money and go back, develop ourselves. If you are here working 2-3 jobs and you have to send each and every little cent of what you have to the Gambia, what's the purpose? Let's come together and get rid of the inefficiency in the country. Whether you are UDP or you're not, we are all going through the same thing. So what I want to say is, we are pulling our money to help the party. That's very good, that's excellent. The next step is, come 2026, most of us are able to travel to the Gambia on vacation. If your vacation is March, please, we just appealing to you. Instead of going March or December, you do not have, if you have a voter's card, that's a plus. If you do not have a voter's card, you can do something to help get rid of the government. Just imagine a little village that I came from, Yomi. I came from Yomi. I mean, how many of us from Lamin are in diaspora? More than 100 people. I just told them, I always keep reminding our people, we don't need all of you to go to the Gambia. If all of you go to the Gambia, it's excellent. But should we have just 10 people in the village just to go and help mobilize folks to go and vote? We will make a difference. So my appeal, if you guys will listen to me, my appeal is, please, let's plan for 2026. Let us all go to the Gambia and then change that country for good. That will be my last thing. Other than that, I would say thank you all so much for coming down here, and thank you all so much for supporting the United Democratic Party. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo. I know it's going to be crowded here because if UDP sneezes, everybody can just hold so much. Okay. The next speaker on our list is Vice Chairman of the Wisconsin Minnesota chapter, Madam 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Wisconsin UDP chapter. These are sister cities, so 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, please. Vice Chairperson of the Wisconsin UDP chapter.
I don't even know where to start now, but this came as a surprise. But like I always say, I speak from my heart. I'm passionate about whatever I do. So I'm just going to say what is in my heart this evening. First of all, I'm going to say welcome to my father, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. He is family. He and my father do contact. They come a long way since school days up to UDP, up to the formation of UDP up to today. And I'm going to say welcome to my own niece, Roy Mariglo. And I'm going to say thank you to 𒒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒆𝒍, Wisconsin chapter's mother. And I'm going to say thank you to Minnesota chapter for the invitation, the hospitality. Everything is just too much. Everything on point. I know you guys are dedicated. You put a lot of effort, a lot of finances, a lot of struggle in making this day happen today. Thank you so much. What I'm going to say today is, I don't have to say much. We all know what's going on in Gambia. Gambia is at crossroads. Gambia is sinking day by day. I just came back a month ago. What I saw is devastating. Women are dying every day. Women are struggling. Women are struggling day in, day out. I went to 𝒂𝒂𝒏 Health Center. I looked at their maternity wing. What I saw there was just unimaginable. You would not believe that you have women giving birth in that health center. That place is so run down. It's so dirty. It's so nasty. You look at where babies are born. You look at these people. I look at these women. It's just unimaginable what women are going through in that country. You go to the market. You see what women are doing every day. Getting up 5 a.m. in the morning, trying to breed breadwinners for their families. And you look at what's going on right now, the demolition work. They are destroying these women's livelihoods. You see what's going on in that country? It's devastating. We all have a moral obligation to try and come together 2026 to bring in a new government, which is a European government. Because UDP is the only political party, is the only opposition party in Gambia. All the other opposition parties, where are they? You don't see them until it's election time. The only political party that is keeping this government on its toes is UDP. We need to come together 2026 and vote this incompetent, corrupt, unconscious president that we have there right now. We have an obligation. UDP, we have an obligation. And we can't do this if we are not united. We have to be united. We have to come together as one. We have to keep our party intact. We have to make sure that we keep this party together, because together we are strong. Together we can move mountains. Together we can achieve our goal, which is to bring in a UDP government in 2026. We have to do this. There is no other way. Gambia is sinking. I can't say much, but I'll say thank you.
Thank you so much for that moving statement, P.R.O. Kante. You got me actually moving. I mean, Minnesota has never been left out. I remember in 2016, when the coalition was formed, Minnesotans were very generous. Honorable, Your Excellency, what I want to tell you is that we have the diversity representation of Minnesota in this room. You got the Kiangas here, you have the Balibunkas here, you have Kombonkas here, you have Bolonkononka people, the Sarahulisa here. it tells you how cohesive Minnesota is. So we got to reactivate the political spirit of 2016 because we were united against Yahya Jammeh. We know what it means. We restored democracy, but our aspirations are flushed down the dirty corners of 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. Our aspiration was, this time around, every Gambian in the diaspora was supposed to be franchised. They went to Jammeh era and were enfranchised because they don't have the support here. So how can we actually bring sanity and political decency in the Gambia East to rally behind the mighty UDP, a party that is a constellation of the best talents in the country? Agriculture, you have them there. In every sector of the economy, you find people of skill, people of competence within the ranks of the UDP. So all what we require is give them a try so that even the new constitution we wanted can be actually revitalized. So the ball is in our court. I'll call upon, Manta Musa Gom, a member of the Minnesota UDP chapter, to give some remarks.
Greetings to everybody. We, the Minnesota UDP chapter, we welcome Uncle 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, the chairman of UDP, the founder of UDP, the father of Gambia. And again, we welcome Her Excellency, the Lord Mayor, and 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. So there's nothing much to say. Just saying thank you to the Minnesota women for the beautiful, outstanding, the delicious food, the courage, and everything. Thanks to our men, the chairman of UDP, Minnesota chapter, Uncle Sanasanya. Again, there's nothing more to say. We all know what is going on in Gambia. Nothing to address that we don't know about. So, no diversity in Gambia, no tribalism in Gambia. Gambia is bigger than all of us. And we all belong to one umbrella. So together we can do this. Teamwork makes a dream work. So let's put our hands together, our mind and soul, and make this happen in 2026, inshallah. We welcome you all to Minnesota. Minnesota is among the strongest chapter supporting UDP, the mighty party in the Gambia. We are all proud of our management. We are all proud of you people. I'm not really too much into politics lately. I used to be part of UDP when I was in Seattle, Washington, 2004, 5, and 6. We used to contribute $100 every month. I remember my husband used to tell me, I hope there's a space for you because you're too much into this thing. But Gambia is what I see, and Gambia is what I will die for. The speech that I'm giving has nothing to do with politics. I am a Gambian, a born citizen of Gambia. I will stand for Gambia as long as there's going to be a big change. As long as we're going to take this, I don't know what is his name. I don't want to mention his name. But if we can all put our hands together, we can do it. He needs to go. Gambia is in pain. Gambia had a big wound on their heads. So we have to work together and less than months ago. One thing I have to address is, if there is something bad in the Gambia, the moment we put it on the social media, they will get our attention off from it and bring something else so we cannot forget about it. But our brain works faster than theirs, so we can do it. And I'm pretty much sure we can do it. That's all I have to say. Thank you to everyone, and you all welcome. Bausenu and Auntie Rohimaliko, you are all welcome to Minnesota, and we will always be there for you people, inshallah. In 2026, inshallah, the only thing we're going to hear is, we, Uncle Hussein. Inshallah. Thank you all. Thank you.
Manta, I don't know who mentored you, but you have passed all the 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒏 for this year. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Manta. This program was supposed to be hosted at the park. From Tuesday today, you know, we actually had to go out and find a hall. Some of the members here, I don't want to mention them, including Manta, I'm not sure whether they had any sleep. They had to actually find a hall for us. Yeah. But I was in another time in Meron Fanambedane, Minnesota, America for Subidane, Nikulio Ulita, Benga, Doni, and the Mungule family. Nakibaru Fanambedane, I need the Jamo more than I represent. You know, Yumukai Rote, this is only possible, you know, within UDP. Because it's a party leading the Jetoreke Franje. Definitely. It's the only party I prior to migrating to the United States, I had never voted for UDP. I was a Doi convert. But as a journalist, when Bahusenu and team were actually arrested and sent to prison, I wrote an article. UDP is a party that never dies. It never dies because these people are united by one core value. All what they see is Gambia. Liberation of the Gambia. It's all what they see. They could have actually, decided to ostracize themselves, enjoy their wealth with but they have actually set the bar too high for us. So those that are actually being groomed, we have a whole lot of responsibility to do. Like I said, UDP is just unique. We're going to have a speaker who is a non-UDP. He's only known to be when it comes to demonstrations here. A civil society organization. Luckily, this individual and I, we work together at the Citizen FM radio and New Citizen newspaper. I was reading the news in English. Silla would do the Mandinga also English. Yankuba Jambam is the next speaker. We started an online newspaper here. This guy could face badly because he was traveling to the Gambia. I don't know how did he do it though. In the newsroom of Citizen FM with the late 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, people thought we were crazy. I mean, one of them is here, was a member of the DRTS. He would attest to the fact that these are young journalists who actually face badly on the streets of Banjul because we actually reported the undiluted news. Some of our, family members were worried. They were so worried, about our safety. I don't know what happened. Well, thank
you very much, inspiring and beautiful words. And welcome to Minnesota, where 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, Mayor of Malik, and all of you from Madison, Wisconsin, and Kansas City. I'm not a very good public speaker, but I'm good at putting pen to paper. But there is no word that we can say. Like I once said when I visited Gambia for the first time in 2018. That was my first trip to Gambia in 16 years. I couldn't go to Gambia not because I like anything, but I couldn't go to them because I never was there. No, I never did. And the first time I went to Gambia, I went to UDP Bureau in Manjari. I was taken to the bureau by Gundanian, whom I understand is no longer in UDP, unfortunately. This is what I follow. Thank you for sacrifices. Thank you for all what you did for Gambia. We were fighting in the silence. We were amplifying because amplifying your pains and suffering to the rest of the world. But you were truly the full soldiers, the people who bore the brunt of this brutality for 22 years. And I couldn't thank them enough from my heart. And again, my own self, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and all of you, I say thank you for being there for each country. Now, I'm not going to take much of your time, but since the theme for this gathering is the way forward, what are we going to do to end the suffering of the Gambian people? In my own humble opinion, we have achieved the first part, which I think was the most difficult part. That is removing Yahya Jammeh, a brutal dictator who has murdered so many people, murdered my friends, murdered my colleagues. If we can take Yahya Jammeh out, we certainly can remove Adama Barrow and his government. Someone might have been mistaken a little bit. I'm not a registered party supporter for any political party. But I would say this. I work in unison with anyone, any field that is there for the country. And UDP happens to be that party at this moment. That I think and I believe also that with teamwork we can definitely bring this government to an end in 2016. Oh, 2026, I'm sorry. Pardon me. I have a few points that I want to, I probably will submit some of these things to your chapter here for onward transmission to your team. Elections are not merely lost on election day. We all know that. We've covered the elections together in 2020, 2001 in the Gambia, for 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. When you go to the counting stations, I think in Minnisota, that's where I work, and most of the work. If they put the ballots, you don't see anything wrong with it. The figures are correct there. But somehow, how they do that, to carry the numbers, or register people who are supposed to register, that's my biggest worry right now as we go forward to 2026. And I noted somewhere where I said that message, what message is the party going to carry to voters? How can we assure that their votes will be counted? How can we assure that non-Gambians, non-eligible Gambians will participate in our elections? If we can guarantee that the path of victory might be straight, because the incumbency itself carries a lot of weight. And unfortunately, we know this for sure, that due to poverty, a lot of our people are carried by money. But I'm saying, one thing I'm saying about, if we work here as Gambians, we can bring this government to an end.
Yes.
So, Honorable 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and the UDP executive members who are here, the fight has been long, 22 years, and it seems like we've gone back to center. Not what any of us would have hoped that today we'll be standing here talking about bad governance. People stealing money and they are still being brought back to the government. The crime rate has soared beyond any imagination. I want these messages to be carried to the public. They know it, but they need to be reminded. This wasn't the Gambia that I was proud of it. People being murdered on a daily basis. You leave America or you leave Europe, you go to Gambia, you are even scared to go out there. Like Sawali or like some of us here, we know people who are okay in this government. I've decided to come in with some of them because I've grown tired of talking to them. I don't need your help financially, but there is a lot that we can do as a country. This is not what we voted for. This is not the fight that prevented me from coming to Gambia for 16 years. This is not the fight that sent you to prison. This is not the fight that made souls and the lost his life. And seeing what is happening today, that people who empower, that provide, are now closest to the power. Yeah. So at some point you ask yourself, how did we get here? That question would linger, and even whenever you say publicly, we have to ask, how did we get here, and how can we prevent struggle?
The food.
Yeah. So how can we prevent from the debate or anything of this? That those who work tirelessly have all been weeded out. Those who empower and try to declare are now mismanaging state force. It has to pay, it has to help every Gambian citizen. And if it non-Gambians, those who stood by us to fight against the two guys. We remember some Nigerian guys who went to prison with some Gambians. But I will say this. As far as messaging is concerned, I definitely want the party to carry this message. I mean, put them in their agenda. We don't like resources in the Gambia. If you listen to this area council, I mean, whatever commission is going on right now, we don't like anything. If you see how 𝒂𝒂𝒏 is trying to improve value, with serious commitment from central government, these councils could go so far in improving the lives of the people. Yes. You see what 𝒂𝒂𝒏 is doing in Brikama, Tangun KMC, and those, stealing money from them, these councils. But now, the biggest problem for me now here is, Honorable Vice President Dabo is, I'm sorry I'm taking a bit of time, but it's an opportunity that I want to voice my concerns and what I think would be good for that. We are a small nation on the team. We have access to the sea, 400 nautical miles from Banjul to Karum, 400 nautical miles. So a population that is under 3 million people will utilize that to a very extent. What comes to my mind is, when I look at Gambia, apart from the hotels on the coastlines, I don't see any vibrant Gambian business. A company either owned by a Gambian citizen or a Gambian government going to go with something. How can it be? A business that is worth $1 million. I don't see it. I believe if we utilize just that part of our ocean, we have Burkina Faso, 22 million people, we have Mali, 21 million people. These countries are landlocked countries. With proper investment, like if you happen to be in power, which we all hope it will be, this is an area that is not looked over. I think the seafood processing area could employ over 1,000 Gambians from Bakau to Kawa. Imagine you have 42 million people from this country we have just mentioned Mali and Burkina Faso. We are landlocked countries. You have to pay to Chad and other places. And even within our own, Gambia, there has to be some form of industrialization for us to move forward, economic independence. We can rely on, we can have blueprints based on dollars and loans. Okay, and agriculture, we need a lot. We have fertile land, we have freshwater, river Gambia, and that's what this. We need to carry on these businesses and put them in our agenda. Someone talks about the healthcare situation in Gambia. It's appalling. Our sisters are dying in labor. I think that should have been the first priority for the government. They have completely neglected that. Well, I could go on and on, but again, I'll come back to my point. I thank you all for what you did for our country. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. From today, he's a registered member of the UDP. So we're going to pursue him. If you believe in freedom is coming tomorrow, can you stand up for UDP? Everybody stand up! Yes, sir! Again, once the after is settled, we're going to continue with the program. Give us 1 extra minute, once the is settled, we'll continue with the rest of the program.
Yes, sir. Okay? Minnisota soxla Marabout. Waaw ko kay ndeysaan waay. Mbaa sabali. Hey, yama.
What are you eating? You're not eating anything?
Thank you very much, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Once you are seated, we want to proceed with the rest of the program.
You're welcome.
Okay, I was surprised to see 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 a little bit nervous because in 2001 presidential election, I was the Training, Communication and Public Affairs Officer of the IEC when 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 was the chairman and the late 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 was my vice chairman. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and the Citizen FM News, they reported live from my office here at 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. While the live broadcasting was going on, they shut down Citizen FM, arrested 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏, and he was house arrested. But 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 continue to actually stay in my office until when actually, results started counting. And in 2000, I don't know what happened now. And I was in the Gambia in 2016 during the presidential election. I was convinced that the UDP won. I don't know what happened. But this is a party that is committed to democratic principles. They actually took the legal route. Unfortunately, due to procedures, bottlenecks, if court proceeding never succeed. But UDP is still committed to actually taking over State House this time around, inshallah, in 2026. The next person we're going to call is an avid community member, one of the founders of the Gambian communities or Gambian Association in Minnesota. He is a gentleman who is actually exemplifying unity in Minnesota. When it comes to the Gambian Masjid, he is the chairman of the Minnesota Islamic Cultural Committee. Uncle Sol is a long resident of Minnesota, but anytime occasions like these, he's actually in the forefront. So it's my pleasure to call upon Uncle Sol Guy, a very close relative of the legendary broadcaster of the Gambia, Sol Guy. You can even see, but perhaps when he starts talking, you're going to know there are some semblance, in terms of voice. Uncle Sol.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Honorable, and thank you, Sister, for your presence. And thanks to all the guests that are here. I'm feeling enough my brother and neighbor, who all of you guys know. The Honorable tell us we are the forefathers of this community. When we came here around 1978-79, it was just the four of us. So, mashallah, we have a community now. I thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart. I'm not afraid to stand here and say one thing. In Minnesota, we're united for what's good for Gambia. And please, the night is long. We all know what's going on in our homeland. These are the people who made the most sacrifice one can make. I do believe we owe it not only to them, but to our motherland, to do whatever is possible, whatever is legal, whatever means we have to do it to bring a change that will be better for Gambia. We do owe it to our motherland. So please, let this night just not be of this night, but let it be the chapter, the opening and the start of the journey from here to 2026. To that night, that the results will be broadcast and said, there is a change in the Gambia. So please, I urge you, I challenge you, let's just not do this tonight and then forget the rest. Let's follow through. You guys know the influence you have here with people back home. Let's check with our brothers, our moms, our dads, our uncles. Are you going to vote? Who are you going to vote for? Who do we believe you should vote for? Who will make a change? Those are things that we can do, and please, let's keep doing that to bring this country to what's good for all of us. I thank you guys, thank you Minnesota chapter, and thanks for all the chapters that are here.
Thank you so much, Uncle Saul. Before we call our chairman, he called after a few ambience. So we let her go. And after Sarah's case, we have a presentation ceremony. I'm told that the sister chapter in Wisconsin has some token of appreciation to give to Minnesota chapter. So once the chairman speaks, we're going to go ahead. But DJ.
Sana janjang bure malam oleh matilam kiaman oti biru ni sana ambience zaman ni kodi sana idea, mashallah. Selatan dulu bro. Aku pulang di sana yang bola mana? Hey, jangan lagi. Tanam video. Aduh, aha, mbak. What is it? Minnesota food. Minnesota nice.
A lot. Many.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Minnesota Manero. Never one of them idea. Why the contract Minnesota pay well? Idea. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, para kerja sana.
Uh, 2014, then I was the president of the Gambian Association here. Na meeting kumandi jama do sawoneng iba Usain Olmuda. Sanalen nata lo moru nyato ko I understand the Gambia Association date political court. But in salon ko molle ya jamme boyta molle kam beli alon ko wolle different sacrifice bamboy. Olunga lot like the moment that was moving. And the more the Koro member, the internet come up, but we had few thousands of dollars, you know, Minnesota for the work. Very Adama Babo, very a tombong, a UDP of flag reality, Jania Bekala, Koriso of Pekodi, Samawon le Boring Tejan, Sama Komo, Kamola Bundalu, Kom, and in Alicari content, Alicari content, but Nkawara came out and then ambassador of Toki, Koro make a collector. Tara wuri jama, you know, ya jambe jama rolen, molu ka mabole bari, you know, Volta Kodo Bondili, Sanadeo, another civil society organization, in the Leo Korobe of Kapunoma, Ulijama, Kadi Alikali Contela, Wokoro and Minnesota Jane, another Katadola Kodoka, Wetana Adamabaro campaign, so Sanambako and Aparaka. Yeah, I can make Yamano, Tata Gambia, Sarata Capita, and I went by Ekum, Jumadamula Moro, the Tata Renata, Marani Babi Kenyadi. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to speak in Africa for the benefit of our sisters, aunties, and the grandmothers of our lovely kids that are sitting here. Because everyone is speaking English. Our sisters, grandmothers of our kids are sitting here. Probably they don't understand what a lot of us are talking about. So for that being the case, I am going to speak in Manika. Mbe kontrondiro forola na luntambala benata kafu majang dolmina sura mkol luntambalu being Melbourne, Wisconsin, Baforalieko, welcome to Minnesota. Minnesota yellow monela jam kankiling baya yellow monela jam konto mbal Foralieko albisimilai Wisconsin code. No bota ye famala kodo ke flor Melbourne, Kansas. Ba welcome to Minnesota. Wanoma lanko alfama yalong omujumaleki Gambia bela jikinda Gambia bela jikiri menna naked His Excellency the former Vice President, the Secretary General of the United Democratic Party, Alkali Kusura. For the second time, Mbaforeko, they welcome la Minnesota down. Welcome to Minnesota. Oh, membe siri mwa bala, mfano bari musukino, ikafumiyeko. Rahim Malik Lo Buri Banjo Bari Mba Forale Mfanambengi title dollar fala la Buri Banjo Kam Mba Tela Buru Gambia Ubala Membe Sirinje Nakoroke Tendefanan Kumando Jamama and Jambal Jamaya Tomoy, Bali Maji Imalo. Itafore, former chairman of Basse Area Council, Fode Danjo. Memfanan Beobala, Nakoroke Fanan, Isalabo, Bafore Fanan, welcome to Minnesota. Yikelante kontan kubati bara kedan suno fananti me ya kenye sunoti dulala deto molbe siri nyami to nya linton na chaptala ngani yoti kabimbe ni cool plan la kumo bausini ani Ibrahim Malik ila kuru manduma kono na planu 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 fundraising barbecue. Bari okono awusenyo la kuna kadungi anirahi sai anadana late uka kuol soundi ka bondi ka kuoro ka samana polo. So whole new keda less than a week. Thanks to Manchangom, I have got a bucket. And in executive members all day, Mobe, Akatuol, Apollo, Kadlani, Balula, Masomo, Jana Soda, Kamala, Mbafla, Alciam, Moli, Bela, Wala, Kulala, Dedo Kam, Ninja Naganios. New Bodaji, Yankuba Jamba, Bafuleko, Abaraka. Niaje nyanja kuwa kumande kai kwa ya baraka tumando jamal malon kabrenga be diamo kan ala diamo fam ko ya ta niyo torara tumbota ala diamo kon ko sku kolemba le tambida Gambia banko ka ndeli yankuba aba sitela flage to fo bari be to flande albe fitela na ne sai aliena kafuma na kelome nkenu funga jamme wujuni Gambia mbe o kele kilimole mamandi la Adama Barrow kanko denke na bonni je alna nyina pati kuola alna kafu nyoma na Gambia je ndol membe be sinjambi ninna dimba ya na opportunity le solo ninna dimol ninna musol Molbe si Gambia bi baluo me baluo ti akole ema doni kuranga ni tan lo tano te jaral tendo so no ma liman ko do bonni quando si ko dafika ko do bonni ko do si tare bu mai te jaral lo so do tano lo tano bi di bun kension le belori mo nyama borite ko Oto ndebe mobe Danila foi mu UDP member ti bang foi mu UDP sympathizer ti bang fo ite mu muneti bari lafta mbega kafu nyoma because mbega ngenyabele ko bi konya ninte nyone ne lante nyon nakarla UDP da malesi Adama Barrow bonni no Gambia ali na ko nya ko nyoy kana nyone ni Senegal membe naneri jama bi jam tal bindi ya wato Senegal la domoro be ka bo Gambia ila jaralo be ka bo Gambia dugara yin so do mani na don please wato kamara demo be danila alna kafu nyoma na banko jibe kana pati ku jibe pati yo me opportunity solo bi ka Adama Barrow bonni wala UDP woto bukare anna ne kafu ma na do koke na Adama Barrow bonni de kuma Kenya min before 2016 ku kolinda man le kambita ni keba membe sinjam ala dunya baluo beke hada bali mulle man fa ni ke kam ate kunki ni bali dol fana mbake kan dingle ani mamari mol so nilla from Ghana Gambia lifola na kontide na enjoy na bali mel fana bige e fana leo opportunity ndafola asike comme jambe na Dubai at least as official obeke no la nyani de min ka futa nyoma directly na banko jibe nayin kafola be mo jambi amanke femfen ni bari be fundraising la fundraising ni mo be alon politiko be nyami dunia fanna be la politiko bukadano kodo koma abukadano mod koma politiko patio akabalu molle na ni kodo otombeo fundraising wole sindi jambi balbe danila yerin ke fomusu fonna merol mel fanal bijam ngaji ko bi hani imani ma bondi ya dinna bibi bari at least isin digindi fenna parce que wala benna banko bondi la alna kafu nyoma be ko kundi kela man sa ke kam pamie ba ke kam fonle fanna barale to mandi ko nyadi labu na jani buka fo na bakoma ani jamari sisi ja nyaunya iko mule be ngulu bari yalon ko ye baade on le sokone be Gambia lolu ibe la telephone ko mandila an mi teju mo la je ko to be mo be danila anna na kafu nyoma na tenu nyami Minnisota yellow mento Kilimbaya Kabanko Jibe and Kalo Joy yellow morela Oto Kamala Demo Be Danila the fundraising Lela Ali Makoi and the Banko Bondi near Rohi Mali Loje, the Kokun Binto, of the Gambia College, Latin and Kala Hadio day to day, of the Boli of Blabe. The Palaskuma Balebabu, Nadia Hai, at the Gambia Kufon Dibela. I am okay. Of the Boli now. Gambia din noma wato wati Lola Musol Keol Iwana Lumbe playing for Lola Famala sister Vijanne Parentato for Barafmaya Fallo Na sister Jaman Le Famam Vijanne Nyabalka Al Nyabenka So what was the limbal to Kumandila? Alpha my alpha of I'll be in the play. I tell you,
But after the break, no, after the Let's do that. Just give us a couple of minutes. Nisana Botala, a small presentation of the Kela, then a recess moment to the game Monday Mamansia. So, recess Kela promo member Canadian open the promo day. Many data di la sana na di pare gadoro presentation of the recess ta nel la testalla o jamano col fanese salino. So sana rapido. Engrop tiolo engropo momo burisari non nakeba la lami jadi wala lami bojang wala executive members.
Yeah, thank you, somebody. So that sister soul nyari londo. Mala kumande terale. Madam President nyari londo. Adigeno ana manje biji. So, not brother soul. Allah fan al-Kumandeva. Sayang wodo, ngalong mina menkela, isi afolong famo bari musola. Wale 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 play da, menkela hadisi zeri mama. Mama bela mwela, nije afuta mindomba kumpla wodo nimpale na sinana alaba. Si sengari, baru aku memang follow. Bisi dia nak jalur, ni mui kontrol di dalam ni apa bisi dia nak jalur. Ba follow le family. Ni boleh dia ngata, nampak mana ni doktor. Dan tu lagi, dia juga dia keren. Awas, dia pun menjadi gaya dia telefon babula. Ini doktor oleh buji. Kalau Fundraising Gambia fali. Na Kenya ni before 2016, itu ni yang kuat jamba. Karena doktor dan doktor na doktor zaman itu. Fu Gambia boda. Fundraising Gambia feramura. Untuk bemang lafi aitada ni sa boleh tu. Mentam kita ofong. Untuk dukari alna kafunyo. Gambia bondi kote.
Abel for the.
No, more than a young man of India, no jumper. Diamla Bessiaring, Sio Metafan, Bula Deta. His Excellency Al-Hadi Hussein Numukundanabo, once again, welcome to Minnesota for the second time. Content about the electoral down from our sister, Gambia. Thank you.
𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 Chairman Sanyang for those wonderful statements. So, Mabra Goldman de Banda Sinano Yande, then Sana Canada, a presentation of the Sinano Research. So, Nakero also the Yande, Nimman Mansi last of the Sinano Yande, then a presentation again and short breakdown. The Amaraman Betra Yamansi and Musa Padron. So, Nima Rekom Mansi last of the place want to come forward. So, Wisconsin chapter for a presentation also will after maybe a Minnesota chapter. Since the chairman of the Yamalo member presentation of the it is my honor to invite the representative of the vice chairman of the Wisconsin Minnesota chapter to give a token of appreciation to the chairman of the Minnesota chapter, Sanasanya. So you could jamale di jande wuli wulon ne ko mode. So this is unbelievable. Okay. So the Wisconsin UDP chapter has decided to give $1,500 raw cash. It's only $100 note to Minnesota chapter. We are so appreciative of this monumental gesture. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, the sister organization from Wisconsin. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. $1,500.
From Wisconsin chapter. Thank you so much, guys, from Wisconsin. We really appreciate this. It is a teamwork that makes this happen today.
So, Alabama, the short break, couple of minutes, need enough to celebrate Jamano for the Sakino. So, short break. We'll come back and then continue the program. here, please.
Everybody's coming here or what?
Any one moment, see the last one, please. It's not going to be the sun break time, giving up the sunlight. On the end of the bathroom, or use and say, use for it. You're going to give me more than the command. The mayor will give a statement and they will conclude with a very powerful and inspirational speech from the party leader and Secretary General. So, DPO Bena, Sari Keva Sino, also Mo Bena, Momo Melori, even see the last of the scenario, please. Please let's comply.
Am I concluding now?
Yeah, you can stop it for now. Because Malo, more than a salon.
So we're going to redo it now. We finish this?
Yeah. Then you come back.
This is your own or what?
Yeah, that's